So, with pleasure, I'm now going to hand you over to Elaine, who's going to introduce us all to the social networking websites that I'm sure our clients may well have mentioned, and some of us may have visited, but some of us don't know much about. Shall I shut the door? Shall I shut that door? Shut that door. Thanks. Okay. Well, this is quite an interesting. When sort of I was asked to do this, I thought I was a bit nervous actually, because I'll tell you why. I'm not personally a great social networker, but mainly because I'm too bloody busy, to be honest with you. That's the reason. But one thing that I am aware of, and one thing we've looked really closely at, is how we've incorporated certain elements of social networking into the way we work, and that's really what I wanted to talk about. And then I'm going to have a go at going through Facebook and trying to sort of illustrate some of the ideas on how maybe sort of like sites like Facebook can be used to kind of promote your services, but talk about some of the dangers of that as well. So, and what I thought to do is to try and go through the presentation, but to have this more of a kind of discussion really, because there'll be some of you in the room who may have your own ideas that you might want to sort of put into the forum. So if we do that, if I go through the presentation about 25 minutes, and then hopefully, or 20 minutes even, we can perhaps then have a discussion about some of the ideas that come up. Right, okay. Right. Hang on a minute. It's not, let's just start from there, don't I? So you know where I am. So the title is, what are the lessons of social networking for counsellors? Sorry about this. Here we are, that's better. Just really, really, really briefly, just so you know the context of who I am. I'm from ZenZone. We started developing services online around about the year 2000. And the things we do really is we build platforms that deliver mental health services online, and our big emphasis is on online safely, securely and easily for both providers and users. And that's something we've been doing for quite a while. We've worked with NHS Cumbria. We developed a site for them. They wanted a community website for their clients who have personality disorders. It was kind of like a residential community that met 2 days a week, and then 3 days a week the patients, as they called them, used to support each other virtually. So we built a site for them, and we've built a online counselling service for the ME charity, 42nd Street. We've done lots of projects and things. And the three things that we do, we run COOth, which is a young person's online counselling service. It's been going for 7 years. A new platform we've developed recently called Quell, which is about developing adult counselling services, and Eden Hive, which is a new thing that's coming very shortly, which is a platform we've developed for people like EAPs, universities and individual practitioners that want a platform that can sit within a website where they can deliver online counselling securely and in a really good way. So, and what we've done is we've incorporated some of the ways we deliver COOth into those platforms. We've taken the bits of best practice that we've built up over the years and put them into the platforms. Okay, so I'll be advertising shortly in the BACP. So, but I won't. It's not a sales pitch, so I'll move on. For some reason this is not doing well. Okay, COOth delivers online counselling support to young people. It's an effective way of delivering service to young people. We work in 13 local authorities and PCTs. You heard that yesterday. That's just sort of common sense thing. Young people see the internet as their medium, and as we all know, I don't need to preach and preach to the converted. We need to put services online because that's where young people and adults expect them to be. Right, so let's move on to social networking. Basically, does everybody know what social networking is? Everybody's nodding, you're shaking your head. No, okay. Yeah, I mean, there's been a phenomenal growth in web-based social networking sites. I mean, businesses use them all the time, and it's not just used for individuals. I mean, the biggest ones are obviously MySpace, Bebo, Facebook, and they're used mainly for people to exchange information, make friends, catch up with old acquaintances, and a way of communicating. And young people use them all the time. They spend their lives on these sites. Facebook claims 700,000 new users a day, which is phenomenal if you think how many people are signing up to them a day. Obviously, YouTube is another social networking site where people can kind of exchange views, music, ideas of films, create their own music, their own films. It's another big sort of social networking site. And LinkedIn, are you all familiar with LinkedIn? Well, LinkedIn is, if you like, the Facebook for business. It's just where business people and people like yourselves who've got a service to promote or a service to sell can meet with other potential customers or other partners that you might want to do joint work with in the future. And it is a huge, huge database of individuals, and you can join up. There's various different levels of joining up into LinkedIn. There's a free level where you don't have to pay anything, and then I think there's two others, a bronze level and a silver level, where you can get state of the art. You can share sort of business ideas, exchange documents. It's a huge. It is the Facebook for business, really. And I think counsellors, especially those of us that want to sort of promote our services to other people that might not know about them, they're good sites to use for exchanging your ideas and telling people that you're out there. And if you're an individual practitioner, I think they are kind of forums and stuff that you could think about using as well for promoting your business. It's quite interesting, we don't use social networking sites for our work because our work is commissioned by local authorities and PCTs, and I don't think they'd be very happy if we started counselling clients from America. I don't think St Helens local authority would be too happy about that. So we can't really use the kind of social networking elements to promote our main service, which is Couth. But there may be those of you in the room that it could be a really, really useful tool for you. And obviously Twitter. Do any of you use Twitter? What do you think of Twitter?
I love it.
You love it?
From a business perspective, I think it's great.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you use it?
At the Online Therapy Institute, we put everything through Delicious, and that feeds straight into Facebook and Twitter. And then we have a network of colleagues who will retweet everything we put out there. So everything that comes into our news feed, either on my desk or Deanna's desktop obviously, we automatically post it, so we can just disseminate everything in seconds. It's wonderful, and Twitter is a huge part of that.
Right. And do you sell your services through Twitter?
We don't sell. We use it for education. So any new blog posts that come up, for instance, there was one recently about warning that online therapy was dangerous and couldn't be done, etc. That we found through our newsfeed automatically, so it landed through Google newsfeed. And so we were able to get that online within seconds and get a huge community from ACTO, from ISMO, from OTI to go onto the blog post and start a discussion about what was there. And it turned into a really, really long thread, very interesting. But no, predominantly we use it for education purposes.
Right, okay.
That's a bit of education for you, okay? And Skype, you're all familiar with Skype? Yeah, do any of you use Skype to deliver your work? No, I mean, we use it as do you want to say how you use it?
Yeah, sorry. I hold both webcam and written sessions depending on what the client asks for. Yeah?
It's just good to get a sort of a feel in the room for how people are using different technologies really already. Okay. So what can we learn from sort of social networking sites, from the kind of whole area of social networking? Well, it can be, as it's just explained by people in the room, a good marketing tool for private therapists and therapy companies and organisations. You can use them to promote your services. I suppose you could use it to kind of, letting other clients know that your service exists. I'll look at how you might be able to use Facebook for that in a minute. And you can obviously kind of like link it to blogs, build up an awareness of your expertise and knowledge through links to a blog, and build an online presence for your work. But I have to say, I think there are issues that you need to think